Mr. Jason, my next question is on the concept of work from home. Especially in our city of Bangalore, I would say that almost 20% of the population have now resorted to working from home. And this, in my opinion, is going to very dramatically change the way homes, apartments, or houses are going to be designed in the future. What are your thoughts on how residential design is going to change? Veneta Cucine itself is in the area of modularity. So I want you to talk, throw some light on how the new homes are going to be multi-purpose, how modularity is going to become a much more eminent aspect of residential home building in the future.
Very good point. The metropolis of the future.
Yeah.
See, actually, you earlier mentioned one of the problems India faced when the typhoon hit us, some big typhoon hit us. I still remember that time the Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh calling me through somebody and said, "Can you come over there?" We were also at the time designing something for the Art of Living in Orissa and Bhubaneswar. When we were designing these homes, we found one of the biggest mistakes people make is designing home for, as part of the tuck plan, oh, 2 bedroom, 1 bedroom. Such things don't work. We have to design something what are called flexible spaces, where today I may be living as a bachelor. Tomorrow I may get married. Next year I may have children. Or my parents might move in. I must be able to get my building move bigger and smaller, depending on how I need the spaces and also on my economics. Many people join together to work the economics out, which is very true, which is correct, because people live together and said, I share same facilities for the same cost, so something else happens. It will bring people together. And I need spaces where I can work from, play from, and the children can go to school and study and come back till they go to college. This is the future of the metropolis which I look at. Very flexible spaces must be taught. The only point which I have a question, which hits me now and then, working from home, up to a point is fine. Beyond that, it doesn't work. You can have a workspace in a housing space, not in the home.
Okay.
That doesn't, because the children, like if I have a call, the child may come, up to a point
But that was actually, Professor, the point of my question. How do you change the current living space to accommodate some of these privacies that you require? As you rightfully said, there are going to be kids at home. Is there something from whatever you have learned? Is there something that is developing in the larger architectural space where some of these solutions to some of these problems
can be attempted at?
Yeah.
I'll tell you why it works. You know my original house,
Yes.
which had an office in the basement. No, I'm not there.
Okay.
I went the other day. There is one management person, there is one IT person, there are 2 architects, 2 artists, 1 garment manufacturer. All have joined together, all not separated spaces. They all work within the same space, including the 2 meters distance also, keeping them happier that way. I see the other fellow working. And when they want to meet for quiet conference, there is a small room there which they meet and come. I find these spaces will come in the neighborhood. People will give.
You're talking about co-working spaces.
Co-working spaces will come for all. The other aspect that will grow very fast is you look at our office spaces, especially many of these. After 8 in the evening, it goes dumb. And your house goes dumb during daytime. There's something wrong, which means you're not using facilities.
Yeah.
So if we start integrating it in a very different way, which yet we don't have all the, we should not have all the, in fact, if I had the answers to it, I'm not an architect, because I'm looking tomorrow from today. No. As I said earlier, you read, the tomorrow will tell me what it is. And then my yesterday will tell me this is my journey. That journey will come with an integration process, how it changes. If I simply say, this is my tomorrow and go, it will never work, because like COVID and other things, the journey goes this way, that way, and then goes there. Or this moves and comes here. Something happens. That human race evolvement, like people travel all over the world today. You can't stop traveling. I want to travel. I want to see many places. It should happen. That would be part. The plane could be a co-working, the ship could be a co-working space. This, can I touch a very politically complicated point here?
Please do. The
China-
forum is very open for
China is the first country to look beyond. They tied up some 50 ships or 30 ships together, created the floating city. People got scared. I read about it. They're brilliant. Single ship can now, wherever we go, we are the country. We are the people. All right, it's cold in the north, we don't want, take the whole 1,000 people or 2,000 people south to the warm. We go with the climate, we go with the moon. That's the future. And 3/4 of the world, of the earth, is oceans. Now they are not disturbing the earth goes green. Yes, new problems will come on fishing, porking, all that will come, but they are the new evolution process. I find that was an unbelievable. And now if those boats were joined in a different way, the ships were joined in a different, as it is, ocean liners carry 2,000, 3,000 people. Imagine 50, 60 ocean liners all joined, flattened on top, planes landing, helicopters landing. It will be a floating island. I believe that's another part of the future. Apart from going to space, that will be futuristic. Going deep sea, another 300 years, air, another 100 years. But this floating will happen. The catamaran.
I think you're talking about a more mobile, whether it's on the sea or land, but something where you don't have a permanent fixation to a location.
Because the climate doesn't affect you. You shift with the climate, the weather, the movement. But you know the tornado is going to hit you, you shift your whole country.
Okay.
You don't have to vacate people and all.
Sure.
It's a future, but it's there.
Okay.
It's an unbelievable space. But they are ahead.
Okay.
Very much. What you call, where the political thing and all, I don't know. I can't answer those.